Hello, everyone. It's Erica here from Me Too Paper Crafts. It's Paper Pumpkin time. I think it's the third Tuesday of every month. I like to come live and open up the current Paper Pumpkin box. Tonight is for March 2024, and it's called Memorial Meadows, and I am expecting it to be really, really pretty. So if you are new to me, please say hello. And if you want to know more about Paper Pumpkin, you can visit mypaperpumpkin.com or paperpumpkin.com, and you'll find out all about how you can subscribe to receive a monthly kit in the mail, or you can order kits individually if you want. It's a great way to keep crafting. It's quick and easy. You don't need a lot of supplies. The kit pretty well comes with everything that you need to make that project. You might need a few extra things that I talk about as we go along. So without further ado, let me turn my camera down so that you can see what I am up to in tonight's kit. Let me just move my water bottle out of the way. Here we go. Okay. So let's open up the box. It always comes with, oh, look at this. We get 2 stamp sets this month instead of just the one. Typically, it's just 1 stamp set. Tonight, we get 2 stamp sets, lots of flowers, and some greetings on here. This should be fun. And I think they are, we'll have to see. They look like no line watercolor type stamps, but I think there's a ridge on them. Okay, and so it always comes with an ink spot, so you don't have to purchase any additional inks. And because I already have, I have the full line of Stampin' Up! Inks in the regular size, I'm going to use my Garden Green, the regular one, so that I can save this ink spot for something else. Then it always comes wrapped in beautiful tissue paper. There's always a different color of tissue paper. So what I like to do is to carefully get the kit open so I don't tear the tissue paper. And I keep it so that when I make a gift bag, I have tissue paper to put inside it. So I've received tissue paper in all different colors, yellows, oranges, pinks, purples, you name it. Okay, so I carefully take that out, and I'm just going to fold this up gently and add it to my stash of tissue paper. Okay, now, great thing about these boxes is that you can actually undo this box and reverse it, because it's this bright reddish orange on the outside, but you can actually unassemble it. You just pull up these tabs, and what you can do is you can completely turn it the other way around and recreate the box. Just fold in all the flaps, just reverse everything. I'll just show you how this works. So it could make a great box for Christmas presents, birthday presents. Okay, so you're going to fold in the tabs here on the sides, and then this one here on the side. You can't really see what I'm doing. Here we go. So I'm pulling in these 2 tabs on the side, and then you pull up the side tab and fold it over, and then it clicks into place. Because see, there's a little slit here. So fold in this tab, fold in this tab, and then you can pull this up and click it into place. And there you have a completely reversed box. Isn't that fun? That you can actually decorate. You can cover it with some designer series paper. You could stamp on it if you wanted, do all kinds of things. And then you have a box for a Christmas present or a birthday present. I think that is so cool that you can do that with these boxes. All right, so we've got 2 stamp sets in tonight's kit. And we have this package. So they shrink wrap everything together so that it doesn't kind of fall out of the box. I just need to get some scissors here and unpackage this. And it already looks beautiful. I think it might coordinate with another stamp set and some other papers that we have in our annual catalog. I will show you inside there is an instruction sheet, full color instruction sheet, and it also will tell you what the coordinating products are. My gosh, look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh, we've got some wooden elements. Haven't seen wooden elements for a while. Okay, check out. Oh my gosh, these are the, oh no, these are the card bases. Are they card bases? What are these? Yes, card bases. Okay, now, a lot of people that are used to paper pumpkin, what they often will do is they think that the front and the back of a card base like this is a waste. So they will cut this in half and maybe trim this down to say a 4 by 5¼ inch layer and then use it on another card base so that you actually get 2 cards instead of just the 1 card. Isn't that pretty though? Look how pretty that is. It's absolutely stunning. They almost look like little ballerinas dancing in the field. Look at the tutus. Hi, Gina. Nice of you to join tonight. How are you doing? Did you get this kit? Have you made the cards? The project? I think they're cards. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 of these cards, 3 cards like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is the package that comes with your different kinds of adhesives, and there's some embellishments in here. So we've got some little kind of luminescent white little rhinestone. No, not rhinestones, sorry, sequins. And then we've got some adhesives here. Okay, paper pumpkin will always come with the things you need to stick things together. These are dimensionals. So I've got a package of dimensionals here. And then we have some glue dots. Okay, so we can use those. Now, I've been doing paper pumpkin for a long time, so I end up with tons of extra dimensionals and extra glue dots. So often I won't use this new package. I'll just pull out. So I'll just show you, for example. See, here's some glue dots that have already started. So I'll just pull these out and use these and then reserve these. You can even tuck these in for a gift to another paper crafter if you wanted to. So we're going to need those, and then we're going to need, let me pull out my other glue dots here. So here's an example of another sheet of glue dots. Okay, so I've got my dimensionals and my glue dots and my beautiful little sequins. Okay, and then we've got some other card bases here. Let's check these ones out. Oh my gosh. So again, this is a back and a front of a card. So again, if you don't want to waste both of these, you can cut that. Now, when I do paper pumpkin each month live, I usually do the project. I make 1 card of each design in the kit, and then I do a whole bunch of alternatives, and then I come back and post those photographs. And we have yet another design. Oh, look at this one. Look at that beautiful sky and this river going through. That is just stunning. So we've got 3 of these. So we've got 9 cards, and if you cut them in half, you'll get 18 cards. What a way to spread the designs. Or sorry, to spread the number of cards that you want to make. Okay, now we've also got some die cuts for doing some labels. And we've got 1 sheet of these labels, and they've got gold trim around them. Those are very pretty. So these must go on one of the designs. Okay. And that was only 1 sheet, right? Right, 1 sheet. Okay, I can throw that in. Okay, now check this out. So these are some wooden elements. And I would say they are thin enough that you should be able to mail this card in the regular mail. This is protected in a cellophane bag. And you just simply, is this 1 sheet? Yes, it's 1 sheet. So you gently, I would do it very gently. you want to just push these elements out. So I'm just going to do one element of each. We'll just see if we need one of each. Okay, I'll just leave the rest until I find out what the whole project is all about. Okay, and then we've got some other label. I doubt that you stamp on these. These are probably like background pieces. Oh, they're vellum. Look at that. Purple vellum, gorgeous grape vellum. That's very pretty. So I'm just going to disassemble all of these. Okay, those are kind of some narrow rectangular ones. And then these are larger ones. Look at these. These are beautiful. Okay. Now, a lot of people will use the actual template that these die cuts were in. Like you could maybe put this on a card and do maybe stamp a flourish, stamp something, put a greeting in the middle. You could do it this way as well. So I think I might hang on to that and see what I can make with that one. All right, so these are the vellum pieces. This looks like there's not very much to this kit. I'm going to see how it comes together. Okay. Now here's the instructions. Now this is equivalent to chipboard. So if you're into making chipboard projects like journals, you should hang on to this because this is a good thickness for chipboard. You can make calendars with this. You can make boxes with it. So I always hang on to these pieces. All right. And here, brand new to Paper Pumpkin, you get a little stamp case insert. So it shows you what the stamp set looks like. So this gives you a better look of it because it's kind of hard to see when it's a clear stamp. But those are, so you've got some leaves, you've got some fill. So you're going to stamp the outline, then you're going to fill it in with the flowers and the leaves. And then here are some centers. And there's some extra other little bits. And then you've got have a beautiful birthday, heartfelt thanks. It's the little things that matter. And I always love an extra stamp that I can either put on my envelope or put inside the card. Okay, so 2 stamp sets. That's kind of cool. All right, here's my instruction sheet. And it shows you the 3 cards. Very, very simple cards because the card has a complete what's the word I'm looking for? It has a complete design on it. Let me just pull the camera down so you can see. Turn off this extra light. It's a bit bright. There you go. Maybe you can see those. Okay, so you've got a beautiful scene here. So you've got a portrait style card. These are all A2 sized cards. You've got a landscape card. You've got another portrait style. So you've got the leaf, and the tree on the other one. And you have a simple vellum background with some of your greetings. Now, I didn't see this greeting in the box. Oh, I'm missing one. Here we go. We've got more here in the envelopes. Okay, here's some here. Yeah. Okay, so I've got this long strip that has, it's got a flag at the end with a bit of gold. So this would be a very quick kit to put together if you make all 9 cards as they are designed. If you're going to do some alternatives, then it's going to take you a lot longer. So I'm going to do one of each. So there's some more tags. Look at these. These are cool. They've all got a little bit of gold on them. Now there's 3 cards of each design, and yet they've given me 4. So you always get a little bit of extra. Okay, let's check out the envelopes now. So again, very often envelopes are designed with the inside with something printed on it. So again, a lot of demonstrators or crafters will actually cut apart the envelope so that they can use this inside piece as if it's designer series paper. Okay, and I've been known to even decorate with the flat kind of on the side of the card. Yeah, so you can do that. So all of these are the same. All right, so I'm going to make one of each just to see what they look like. I think they're going to be very pretty, very simple. All right, you've got your full instructions. These are a fairly simple one. So this first one, Have a Beautiful Birthday, is the first stamp that we're going to use right here. Have a beautiful birthday. Now, when you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, the very first kit that you receive will come with a stamp block. I, of course, have lots of blocks. Let me just pull over my cart here. Get my block. Mount this on a block. Okay, and again, it's very simple stamping in that we're using one color for all of the cards, so it makes it really, really simple. Okay. I need another light, but not, let's see. I think that's a little bit better. You're not sure about the wooden elements? Gina, what don't you like about them? You think they'd be too thick? Okay, now these are photopolymer stamps. So again, I want to use my silicone craft sheet, and we're doing this one on one of these here. Now, if you were doing all of the three cards, and the card that I want is the one with this one. Yes, we're doing this one with a lot of sky. The second card is the one with the tree, and the third card is the one with the, I'm going to call them ballerinas on them. They're so cute. Okay, so I'm going to make this one. Now, I like to take a bone folder, and I like to, you see how the card kind of flops open? So I like to take a bone folder and then give it a good crease. Okay. So what I was saying is if you're going to make all three of these cards, you could stamp your greeting the 3 times. Okay. I'm just going to do it once because when I do my alternatives, I'm not quite sure what I will do. So there you go. Have a beautiful birthday. Okay. That's all the stamping that we need on this first card. And then I need my tree. Now the trees are put on with the glue dots. So I'm just going to grab a tool so that I can get my pokey end. This is our take your pick tool. And so it has this pokey end, and this is how I pull up. Now, I don't know if there's a right and a wrong side to this. They look the same to me. They've got smooth edges on both sides. So we're going to put our glue dots on the back. So your instructions will tell you where to put your glue dots or where to put your dimensionals. You just have to follow the design. You see in here, it's showing me I've got 3 little glue dots on here. And I've got 3 little glue dots on this piece of vellum. So I need the rectangular piece of vellum, not these wider pieces, these ones here. And there's no, yes, there is a right and a wrong side to your vellum. So one side is darker than the other. So make sure that you put your glue dots on the right side. So we're going to put them on here. And the sentiment is going to cover this. Okay. So the first thing we're going to glue on is the piece of vellum. So I just poke onto that backing and it pulls right off. Okay, so we're going to put this, I'm just looking at, in the diagram, I'm looking at the lake, and then there's the mountains are starting, or the other side of the lake, and this is going down. It's pretty well centered on the card. So it's just touching the lake a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to put on our tree. So again, I just poke on those backings. Poke and push is what I do. And then I'm going to put on my tree. Like so. And then we're going to put on our greeting. So again, when you look at the diagram, you are going to see that it's showing the actual dimensionals because they're kind of a hexagon shape. So I need a couple of dimensionals on here. Now, this is raised up already, so you're not going to put dimensionals on this side of this thing. You're going to put the dimensionals over on this side, and this will just rest on top, or you could put a little glue dot on there. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional here. I'm just going to grab one of these. Okay, and then I'm going to put a glue dot here. Because if you put dimensionals on both sides, you're going to have an uneven height on there. Okay, so this is going on here like this. Wow, I think, honestly, this is the easiest paper pumpkin card I've ever made, I think. Okay, and then it also has you just find it's got these sequins on here. So you've got a large and a small size. And if I look at the picture, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got 5 on there. 5 of them on here. Okay, so again, I can use the other end of my take the pick tool with this putty on here. Now, this is putty that I've put on myself. When you first purchase this, it comes with putty that comes out of this tip. And when your putty runs out, you have to buy new. This whole thing screws out. So you end up buying a set of these. And I just came up with a different solution. This is that tacky stuff that teenagers always use to put posters up in their rooms. So that's what I use. Okay, so I'm going to put, and you just push these sequins right off the plastic. It works really great for that. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. I'm just following my own pattern. Of course, you can put them anywhere you like, but I usually try to follow just to show you. So you've got 3 here, and then we've got another couple down here. There you go. So when you put your sequins on or any of your embellishments, you always do an uneven number, like flower arranging. So I've got 5 on there. Okay, and there's your first card. Now it's up to you what you want to do on the inside. Because I've got supplies, I can go and get some gorgeous grape paper, and I could do a couple of layers in here and then stamp some other stamps on here. So I will decorate the insides and I'll show you the pictures when I'm done. But I'm deciding to keep the card full for the first set of cards. Okay, so that's card number 1. Okay, very simple, but very elegant, very pretty. Okay. Now, these wooden elements, you can color them. You can use your Stampin' Write markers, or I think you can use your blends as well. So you can color them. And, oh, another thing you can do is you can emboss them. So all you need to do is take your Versamark ink pad, ink over the element, pour on your embossing folder, and then heat set it. So you could make that tree a beautiful gold color if you wanted to. Okay, so the second card I'm making is the one with this beautiful tree. Okay, so for the beautiful tree, card number 2, we are going to stamp on this shaped with the gold at the top. So we're going to stamp heartfelt thanks on this one. I want this heartfelt thanks. And we'll just get another block. And I'll ink this up in my green. Yeah, throughout the years, Stampin' Up! Has done these little wooden elements. The last ones were like a little sprig of berries, and I had colored them with my Stampin' Write markers, and then I put Versamark on the berry part and then embossed it in clear because I'd colored it red, and it was really quite effective. So okay, these are brand new, so they need a bit of conditioning. So let me grab, when you get new photopolymer stamps, they kind of do have a bit of a coating on them, and the ink, you can't see this in the camera, but the ink bubbles up on them. So what I like to do is sort of mush it around and try to get that coating off. Okay, and if I'm successful with this method, that's just great. But if that doesn't work, I'll show you another trick. Yeah, that's working way better. So heartfelt thanks. See, no bubbles. That's fantastic. Okay. I'm trying to get in the habit of closing my ink pads all the time. Okay, so we've got that. And then we need the larger piece of vellum. So I'm going to put 3 of these glue dots on here. They're kind of going right in the center. So let's put those on there. And then we've got our card. So this is going on the card vertically, kind of covering up that tree, a little bit higher on the trunk. Try and get it here straight like that. Then we're going to take this sprig, and again, we're going to pick the side that we want and then put some glue dots on here. I'm going to put more than what they're saying. Yeah, I think I'm going to definitely make alternatives, and I'm going to gold emboss these or silver emboss them. I think. Okay, now I just noticed, so this is why I do these so that you can be aware, is I put the glue dots on the wrong side because in the picture, this goes this way. See that? But I put the glue dots on this side, so mine's going to go the other way. And does it really matter? No, it doesn't really matter. So don't even worry about that if you make a mistake. Okay, so this is going to go over like that. Okay. And on this one now, what they did is it comes quite low. Well, it comes about, I kind of like the little stem showing through, and it's not showing through on here. But I'm going to put one dimensional here. So I'm going to put, again, you're doing a mixture of glue dots. So I'm going to do a glue dot here. Yeah, I'm going to lift it up a bit. I kind of like the little stem hanging out there. So I'm going to put a dimensional here, right on the edge. And one down below. One right here. Okay. So I'm going to put this on like that. Okay, and then we're going to do some more of these cute little sequins. So I'm going to do a big one here. And a little one here. And a little one up here. Okay, there's card number 2. So fast, so fast, so simple. Now, what Paper Pumpkin also gives you are ideas for other cards. So often we get designer series paper, which is commonly known as patterned papers, that have a scene on them. So we have another pack of paper, can't remember what it's called now. Meandering Meadow, I think it's called, and it's got lots of scenery. So this gives you an idea how you can just take, a piece of vellum or a piece of glimmer paper, just a small little rectangle, put some other kind of embellishment on there with your greeting on the card. Not centered. None of these are centered. So it gives you some other ideas. And Paper Pumpkin also helps to build your confidence in paper crafting. Okay. So there's your card number 2. Very simple, but beautiful. All right, card number 3. Hi, Lori. Very smart. Half with the leaf one way, half with the leaf the other way, or with the leaf upside down, with the stem at the top. You can do anything. See, now this one is kind of on an angle here. So this is our last card. Lori, you missed the beginning, but I was thinking of these. I looked at this and I saw a field of little girls in their tutus dancing through the field of flowers. It's just where my mind went. They don't look like flowers to me. They look like little girls dancing with their tutus on, practicing for their next concert. Okay. So now on this one, we're again using this rectangular piece here that's going to go on right here. So we're going to put a couple of glue dots, one here and one here. So you get 2 stamp sets. So one of the stamp sets has your greetings on it, and the other stamp set we haven't even used at all. So I'm going to be using that for my alternatives, and I'm going to use it for my envelopes and for the inside of my cards. Okay, so this is going on here just about, it's close to the edge. Make sure my card's opening the right way. Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is going to go on here like this. And the other last greeting is the banner, the narrow banner. So we're going to stamp on here. You've been on my mind. Okay, so I'm just going to use my longer block here. And again, I'll probably condition it. So I'm going to just pull in my scrap paper and ink it up and then just give it a rub. Okay. Okay, now watch. This is the flag gold pieces on the left side. And this is pretty well centered. Okay, you can hold in mind. And it shows that this is being put on. Okay, we have to do our wooden piece. Now this wooden piece is this bigger piece here. This one here, or this one. Yeah, it's this piece here. So this is going to go on here like this. So let's put some dimensionals, or not dimensionals, sorry, let's put on some glue dots on here, and here, and here. Okay, and this is just going to lie on top of this purple piece like this. Okay, and then we've got our greeting. And it has dimensionals on. So the dimensional is going to fit here and it's going to fit here. It's not going to be on the leaf itself. So I'm going to put one at the both ends, at each end, I should say. Okay. Now, if you want ideas for alternatives, like if you just can't wrap your brain about what you would do to kind of change the design, you can just go to Pinterest. Now there is you can go to Pinterest, put in the name of the same March, Paper Pumpkin March 2024, and you'll get lots of samples. There might not be much up there now because the kit, I received my kit, what's Tuesday, Fridays. I received my kit either Thursday or Friday last week. So people might not have had a chance to make much, but you'll check on Pinterest maybe in a week's time. Also, a lady, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the States, her name is well, her name of her website is Stamp Your Art Out. She loves paper pumpkin. She does a big business in paper pumpkin, and she does lots of examples of alternatives. So she's a great source. Stamp Your Art Out. Rachel Tessman is her name. Okay, I'm just positioning this here now. There you go. You've been on my mind. And then we're going to put some of these on. And then you can always on YouTube search for the same thing, search for the month and or the name of the paper pumpkin kit, and you'll get again lots of examples. Oh, one more thing. There's a Facebook page. It's a fan page. It's called Paper Pumpkin Fan Club. You can look for that, and you have to join. And there's tons and tons. As people make their alternatives, they post them there. So there's lots there too. Paper Pumpkin Fan Club. So there's one there. There's one here, and I need a bigger one right here. Okay, ladies. I'll pull out the 3 cards. So there's one. Now this card seems to show a tiny bit of white. It's not quite scored in the middle. So I will probably just trim that a little bit. So here's the first card. Here's the second card. Let's get rid of this. Here's the first card. Here's the second card. And here's the third card up here. So look how fast those went together. So you can decide, yeah, I really like them, or no, they need a little something extra. So much you can do with these. I mean, so much. The first idea I think of right away when I have anything with a scene is I look to my rectangle shaped dies. So we have these deckled rectangles. So I would cut out several sizes and then piece them back together again so that you have all that really interesting stitching in there. The last one you could even pop up on dimensionals. Another idea is to turn some of these into fun fold cards, so much to do. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to be spending a lot of my time tomorrow doing, is making up some alternatives. So if you do this kit and you have some alternatives, I'd love to see them. You can post them as a comment on this Facebook page. And I'd love to see what you make. Lori, that's what I see at first too. You're talking about the framelets or the dies? We don't call them framelets anymore, do we? Love the colors of these cards. Not so fond of the wood elements. Yeah, you and Gina are kind of like that. You would be if you saw them embossed. So I'm definitely going to emboss one of these in gold. You won't believe the difference it makes when you emboss them. And they do color pretty nicely too. And you can emboss them in white. They look great in white as well. Yeah. Okay. The girl dancers. Yes. That's what I see. Little girls dancing. Oh, that's what you saw at first too, is the little girl dancers. Oh, did you do ballet when you were younger? That's, yeah, first thing I went to. We have similar thoughts there. Okay, thanks, Gina and Lori, for popping in tonight. Have fun with your kit. And I will see you on Thursday night for Case the Caddy. Bye for now.